Hey guys, welcome back. We just got finished watching A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2, Freddy's Revenge, and I want to know, Emma, what's your first thoughts about the movie?
It was good.
Good?
Yeah.
Just good?
Yeah. I would say I like the first one better.
You like the first one better? Okay,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
good. Okay. I forgot how good it was, to tell you the truth.
Oh, you like it?
I like it a lot. I remember when I was a kid, this one used to scare me the most, I think.
Oh.
Because he just looks freaky in this one more than the other ones, I believe. And when he's out like at the party and stuff, it's a lot different. You see him, around lots of people and everything like that. So
Yeah.
very different. So would you think about that, it being so different from the first one? Was that a kind of a good change, you think? Did you enjoy it being a little bit different, or?
Yeah, I enjoyed it being a little bit different, but again, I like the first one better.
You like the first one? Just keep saying that. I like the first one better. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know what to say.
You don't know what to say?
I'm still trying to
process it kind of a little bit. Yeah. Well, how about Jesse? What did you think? Did you think he was a good character or a good guy or?
Yeah, he seemed like a good main character.
Good main character.
Yeah.
Male scream queen. First one.
Bro, no.
Well, how about Freddy? Did you like Freddy? Did you like how he looked or anything, or a little bit different? Did you like the glove that was like kind of the hand?
That
glove?
was cool. When was this made?
1985.
Okay.
The year after the first one.
Oh, okay. Oh, so there's not much of a big difference. Okay.
No, technology-wise, everything. No.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to remember. I mean, yeah, I guess he did look a little different and stuff.
Well, his eyes are different.
Yeah,
and then
that was creepy, like how his eyes looked and everything.
And his nose is a little bit more down.
Oh, I didn't. I was not paying attention to that.
He looks like more like a witch in this one.
Oh,
I think a little bit too. Yeah, he's scary though in this one too. Like he rips his head with his brain coming out.
You've got the body. I've got the brain.
Crazy. And when he comes out, like when he's in Grady's room and he comes out of Jesse, that's like the best part of the movie, I think. When he's like coming out of him.
That was weird.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that was cool, but it was like weird.
Yeah, it's like it's a little bit different. So it's like whenever Jesse falls asleep, like Freddy comes out through him and kills people like that. That's the difference of the story or whatever. Or is it really Jesse doing it? I don't know. They really answer that, so it's kind of weird a little bit. But also, obviously, there's like magical stuff that happens too. So I mean, it has to be, like the locking itself and the fence burning people in the pool and everything like that. But yeah, I forgot. I really did enjoy it. I probably haven't watched it for a while, so I very much enjoyed watching it again, and I forgot really how good it was, to tell you the truth. There's some parts that are kind of weird. Well, no, there's a lot of parts that are weird, but and at the end, when the dogs with the baby faces and stuff and the in the mouth, that was all weird.
Yeah.
Weird looking thing. It was kind of like who made that decision to make that? You couldn't think of something scarier at the boiler room. That would have been anything he could have made besides that would have been a little better. And how he's kind of defeated is dumb as well too. Not really a big fan of that. Like, oh, I love you and kiss, and then it melts away. Not the best for me, but cheesy. Yeah, a little bit cheesy.
It ain't easy being cheesy.
So the first two endings aren't very good. I think like how he's defeated and how it ends is just they weren't very good endings. Yeah.
Oh, I had a question.
Yeah.
But like without any spoilers or anything.
No, there's already spoilers. There's always spoilers.
No. I was
it's just a warning
wondering
in the beginning.
what Nightmare on what's the last Nightmare on Elm Street that you think is the best, or like is the last one that you think is good and then the rest are like bad. So then I can get an idea.
Fourth one.
So the fourth one's
but then,
where it's end. It's good.
Yes, I think the fifth and the sixth are pretty bad, but the seventh, but then New Nightmare, that one's good too.
Okay, that's what I.
It's kind of what I mean. So yeah. I think this is one of the better ones. I think the first four are really good movies.
Okay.
I think that. I think they're really good. And their own interest, they are all their own distinct movie and very different from each other, which I also enjoy too. I think especially for this one. This is like the Black Cat of the Nightmare on Elm Street series, kind of like how Halloween 3 is for Halloween, and Friday the 13th Part 5 is for Friday the 13th. This one's vastly different, right? Because it really doesn't have too much. It has to do with nightmares, but it doesn't as much, and it's a lot different. The other ones, when they start to go back to how the first one was. You know, people sleep and they got like this one's very different. Yeah. But obviously, when they first saw it, they didn't know. Mm-hmm. You know, they're all supposed to be like this. Looking back at it, you can tell it's different, but
they're just trying to do something.
Something different, yeah. And I thought it was a pretty cool idea. It's different. You know, if they would have made everyone kind of a little bit different, uniquely like that, I think that would have been an interesting concept. But I thought it was really good. I really enjoyed it again, and like I said, I forgot. Like I said, when I was a kid, I was scared of this. I remember one time I was like a teenager, like before high school or something like that, or maybe it was 8th grade. But I watched it in the morning before I went to school. Yeah. It freaked me out. I was like walking, and I was getting on the bus, and like it's all like, it was kind of like foggy out too. It was very weird. So I was kind of like freaked out a little bit about that. And I remember the cover, the VHS cover. Sorry, my room's all disorganized, but I'll pop it up here. But where it has like, it's like his side, it's like his face, and there's like fire behind him. They used to freak me out too. Just the VHS cover used to just freak me out by itself. But yeah, so good.
I thought Nancy was going to come back in the second one.
Nancy, what are you doing here?
Just how like the title was like. Wait, what was the title again?
Freddy's Revenge.
Yeah, like he was getting revenge on her since like she kind of like, defeated him and stuff.
Yeah.
So I mean, I wasn't like disappointing, but I was like kind of like sad because I was like, oh.
You kept expecting her to pop up.
Peekaboo! Yeah, like a little cameo or something to like help them. Or
her diary's in there. It helped them.
Well, yeah, but like
even though in the first one you don't see her running in any diary, but that's besides the point. That's afterthought.
Yeah, but.
Yeah, that could have been interesting, I guess, because it really doesn't say what happens to her, right? It just says it's 5 years afterwards, and everybody just says that she went crazy and her mom killed herself in the house, which at the end of the first one, remember, Freddy pulled her through the window thing, so it's kind of like, what happened at the end? We don't know. Maybe we'll find out.
I was guessing maybe she moved.
Yeah, maybe.
That's what I was thinking.
Maybe we'll find out. I don't know. We have, maybe we'll see what the next one brings next Friday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What was the song at the end? Like the one that just played before we turned it off.
I wasn't even paying attention.
It sounded like Dream a Little Dream of Me.
It might have been.
Which is funny because we all know that he's in Stranger Things, and that's what played in Stranger Things. We all know he's in Stranger Things. 4. Season 4. Oh, question. What did you think about Jesse cleaning his room? That's like me. How he was doing? That's what you do? No. I'm just saying that's funny. That's something I would do. I was looking over at you to see if I wanted to see if you got a reaction. I was going to record you to see, because I know this is a weird one. And to tell you the truth, they kind of call this like the gay Nightmare on Elm Street. Do you kind of see? You don't see it? Okay. Wait. When I was a kid, I really didn't realize anything either until I was told to look at these things. It didn't seem like, when I was a kid or a teenager, I really didn't notice this kind of stuff until it's thrown in your face, and I still really don't believe it's that much. But look at the coach. Okay. Like, you know, he hangs out at the gay bar and stuff like that, and yeah, it's like a gay S&M part. Yeah. Oh. But like the ropes and everything, and him being naked and whipped in the butt. And then Jesse and Grady's relationship, they kind of say it's like a, just like friends. It's I know, but for people reading, people read into things. Still around, buddy. Plus, they find out the guy who directed it, eventually he came out as gay. Oh. And Mark Patton too. Later on, came out as being gay too. So they think it was like subliminally hidden there. I really just think sometimes people read too much into things, but that's what they call it the gay Nightmare on Elm Street because of that. Okay. And it's like fighting his gain. Like, you know, he was with Lisa in the cabana, like making out, and he's like turning into Freddy, which is like, oh, I don't want to be with a girl. I want to go visit Grady and be with it. Yeah. So. Okay. I mean, yeah. See, I mean, I don't pick up on these things like quickly unless it's in your face. Emma, I didn't either. I never did until I heard about this, like in my 20s or something like that, about how it's gay. I never really. I don't look
for that kind of stuff. And
Yeah,
to me,
no.
they're just friends, and just sometimes people just read too much into things. But the director, he didn't like outright say he did it like that on purpose, but he said it was subliminal too. So he might just be feeding into what people are saying. I don't know.
Yeah.
But that's what it's called. It's called The Gay Nightmare on Elm Street. Elm Street.
Well,
2.
that's what I don't mean to bring up Scream or anything, but that's what a lot of people say about like Billy and Stu. Like they're gay for each other, but I'm like
that I see happening.
Oh, what? But I'm
Really?
just saying, no, that's real. I'm not even trying to make it up or anything. I've heard lots of people saying like,
You've heard like videos about it.
Yeah, like videos.
People trying to prove it or something like that, showing
and
it
I'm
again.
like that. I mean, since that's like my favorite horror movie, I watch it all the time. I just don't like. There's nothing to like be
I think
oh.
people like to project things on movies, especially older movies, because they wanna bring, because of how things are now. They want to bring, because that stuff was not, well, it was around back then, but it was very much faux pas or not. It was frowned upon.
It wasn't popular.
No.
Yeah. So.
And then, so I think they try to project it in any old movie where they see two guys who are friends or like have something in common. They kind of try to project it on them all the time. Yeah. It's just what they do. It's ridiculous.
But that's crazy.
But yeah. So that was an interesting tidbit. So I was thinking you're going to be excited about the school. So I was like, oh, look, a school bus, because you're going to school next year. So
I'm not going to a school bus.
So.
Yeah.
So don't worry about that.
Mm-hmm.
Did you think it was kind of scary a little bit, or did you think it was scarier than the first one?
I mean, yeah, I think it probably was scarier than the first one. I feel like any horror movie, like, it gets scarier each movie.
Okay.
Maybe. Sometimes that happens and stuff, just because, like, it's obviously they're getting, like, new technology stuff and stuff. So, yeah, I thought it was, like, a little bit more scarier.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, I like the first one, but I feel like the first one had better kills.
Okay.
Because there was more. There's
three
more
kills
of them in that one. And
yeah.
There's two one.
There wasn't. Yeah.
So
Beside the coach and then Grady, and then some people died at the party, but it wasn't very. It was. It's just like a slash. Boom, boom,
so
boom,
that's
boom.
like.
So it wasn't very Usually Freddy has like the most. And you'll see throughout. He has the most unique type of kills because it's dreams. You know, you can kind of do what you want, so it makes it vastly different than Michael or Freddy. Michael or Jason or Leatherface or even Ghostface, because they're normal people with normal kills. But yeah, they usually it's some unique kills. Yeah. Did you like the girl, Lisa?
Yeah, she wasn't like. I always look for characters if they're annoying or not, because that throws me off. She wasn't like annoying. She was just a girl.
Yeah.
A total like girl behavior. So I was like, okay, I don't like hate you and stuff. I feel like she was a good.
Yeah. No, I don't. I think she was.
Yeah.
Decent.
And I feel like I've seen her from somewhere. The actor. I don't know where though, but like she seems like a familiar redhead.
Like, I know she was in a Hellraiser movie, but that was later on, like in the '90s. So I don't know what really she was in that maybe you do think she was familiar or whatever.
Yeah,
I'll look it up.
know.
I'll post it in here and see what it is. But
or maybe I'm just confusing her with another similar actress. But like,
it's a
I don't
possibility.
know. She looked familiar. Like maybe I'm confusing her from the girl from Fright Night. Because wasn't she a redhead?
Amanda Burse?
I think maybe I'm confusing those two.
No, she's blonde.
Oh.
Fright.
Maybe not. I don't know. Whatever. But
it's okay. All right, no big deal. Got a little mixed up.
Yeah, whatever.
Special.
I guess I'm wondering if like the rest of the franchise, if it's always gonna be in Nancy's house, or if they're gonna change the location.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you. Did you find it interesting that it was in a house? Did you realize that at first when you first saw it, or you kind of didn't realize?
I didn't really realize it at first until like. Yeah, I didn't realize it at first.
I could tell immediately. Like, as soon when you're inside the house and you see that door, I automatically know it's the house because of the door, the red door. 1428 Elm Street.
Yeah, so I guess because maybe they just like doing that, like bringing the new characters and putting them into the old houses because that's how like the killers will come into like that and stuff. So I guess that's cool.
Well, it's something familiar from the the first one, and Just like they had the basement where the boiler was, where the Freddy's claw was, that the mom put in there, everything. So everything was kind of familiar. So I think it makes you feel a little bit more into the movie. It makes them connect really well, I think, too.
Yeah.
I think it's a good sequel for that. It kind of follows through, and there's a little bit of a time gap and everything. I think they kind of go hand in hand very well. Very different, but both, I think are very good to watch.
He's wearing a Nightmare on Elm Street shirt.
I am. It's the first time I worn this one, actually. Mommy got me for it. I really don't like button downs that much, but because usually I like to wear a shirt underneath it, and it's just been too hot. But I was like, I'll wear this today.
Yeah.
I have other Freddy shirts, but I'll wear this one. I'll wear a different one next week. Which I guess I should have wore one every Friday, but
oh well.
Epic fail, bro.
That's okay.
It is okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
What are you staring over there for?
I was trying to see how many are in the sequel.
What? What? What?
How many are in the sequel?
Not the sequel.
How many
franchise,
sequels are there?
Sorry. No, how many are in the franchise? That's what I meant. How many movies?
Well, it depends. So there's 7 of them,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
And then there's the remake.
I wasn't trying to include the remake.
Okay, and then there's Freddy vs. Jason too.
Oh yeah, I wasn't including that. I was just
So
what's
7.
The straight one?
So there's
Okay,
7.
okay.
There's 7 of them right there.
Okay. Oh, okay. That's not bad.
Not bad.
That's not bad.
It's not too little, not too much.
Yeah, just right, I guess. I don't know. For a reason, I was thinking like it was as much as Halloween, like 12
No,
or
it's
something
the
like that.
least. No.
Oh, okay.
Nope.
Which one's your favorite? Nightmare on Elm Street.
We'll talk about that at a different time.
Or we can just do it now. Bro. What?
We'll figure that out. I know. Which one? What's my favorite?
Oh, okay. Alright. Oh, I also have another thing, too. So I thought Jesse, like how they were like showing him in the beginning, I thought he was gonna be not like the main character. I thought he was gonna be like Tina in the first one because she was like the first.
Oh,
one.
first thing they saw. Yeah, so you thought he was just gonna die.
But then, so then, I mean, he was the main character.
So you're confused. Okay. You're like, wait, what are we doing?
I'm also confused at the end again. Like, are they alive or are they dead?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Why
see,
they always...
it's like these open endings, right? It's crazy. I thought another scene. I looked over at you and I saw you creeping out a little bit. Is when the snake was wrapping around his neck.
I was trying, because I know you don't like snakes.
I don't like snakes at all,
Yeah.
of course, but yeah, that's freaking crazy.
Bro, anything that has bugs, I'm just not gonna.
It's not a bug. Snake's different.
Okay.
Just one big
Vivian,
disgusting
reptile,
muscle.
Same thing, man. But it's just anything. It's just...
Yeah, there wasn't any bugs in this one. Rat. Bird. What about the birds? What do you think of the birds when they
Bro,
started freaking out?
I don't like when any animals die, but like, I mean, that was.
Yeah, the one killed the other one, then he blew up.
I know.
It's like, what? What happened?
Yeah, that was crazy. Didn't expect that.
Didn't expect it.
Nah. Like, you can kill a human just like to kill.
I don't think anybody expected that.
Yeah, no, that's just random.
Did you like when he walked in the sister's room and she was jumping rope with the song?
That was fun. No, like, that was cool.
Cool.
That was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah. The second movie. I was trying to think. I was like, am I gonna like this better than the first one? How like I like the second Halloween one better than the first one.
Well, that's a wrong opinion, but
that's just mine.
I know.
Okay.
I was thinking because looking over it, it seemed like you were kind of really into it, so I was kind of excited, thinking like, oh, she must really like this one.
Yeah, I like that. I like that one,
Yeah.
but the originals.
Yeah.
I like the original.
Well, after seeing the first two, do you have like high hopes? Are you excited for like the next couple more? Are you excited to see the next one?
Mhm. Yeah. But now that you said like the second one is kind of like the Halloween like 3 and stuff like that. Now I'm more curious to see how like the third one's gonna be. And
It's fun to be curious about.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's an outlier from the rest of them. So yeah, definitely.
Interesting.
All right, well, we'll find out next week when we watch A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 3, Dream Warriors. That'll be exciting. All right.
I was thinking.
Thinking next week? Okay. All right, you got anything else?
Yeah, no, not that I
No?
can think of.
Okay, great experience. I'm glad we got to share it together. And for Emma's first watch of Nightmare on Elm Street Part 2, Freddy's Revenge, classic. We'll see you guys next Friday.